it feels like a list of rules, doesn't it? We're going to have rules for our classroom. And so I was thinking while I was sitting up in the corner up there, I was thinking about where do we see rules? And I think we see rules when we're about to visit North Korea, right? Don't do this, 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 okay? Another place that we really do see rules a lot is when we go to a swimming pool. Isn't that true? In the United States in particular, when you walk into a swimming pool, there's a list of rules. Do not, do not, do not, do not. How many of you have ever read those rules? Raise your hand if you really read the rules. Okay? So I was sitting up there thinking about the rules at a swimming pool. Let's imagine this is our swimming pool here, okay? One of the rules that we always see, that I always think is really stupid, don't run, right? And boy, you get in trouble if you run at a swimming pool. So I was thinking, why don't we run? Why can't we run? It's a rule. Everyone has the rule. Why are we not supposed to run? And so I thought, well, because you could fall down. Okay, yeah, I guess. That's my problem if I fall down. That's really. Then I thought, if you were running, I was really using my brain muscles a lot up there. And then I thought, if you run, you could hit somebody and they could fall in the water and get hurt, right? Is that true? Maybe you hit an old person. Maybe you hit a little kid. Then I thought, another reason you can't run, because I really started thinking, why is it a problem for running? And then I thought, if you're running, it creates a false emergency. As adults, we only run if we have to run, right? Usually, I do anyway. And so I will run if there's an emergency. So if the lifeguard is sitting there looking at the pool and I'm running, he'll go, why is that woman running? Right? And he's not looking at people dying in the swimming pool, right? So I'm distracting the lifeguard. Or if I run and I fall down and I start screaming, oh, my hip, I broke my hip because I'm old. I broke my hip. Again, he's looking at me and not the swimming pool where people could be dying. So I think sort of the basic rules at a swimming pool should be have fun, don't kill other people, and don't die. It's simple. And so the rules are basically, how do we not kill other people and not die? Then I was thinking a little more about rules in the swimming pool, and I thought, another rule is you have to take a shower before you go in the swimming pool, right? Now let's be honest. I want you to be honest. Raise your hand. I have never done that, never. Raise your hand if you do that every time you go swimming. You do? Seriously? Who else does it? Raise your hand. He's the only one. Oh my God. Oh, there's one over there. Okay. So I thought, okay, well, then I was thinking up there, I was thinking, why do they say that? You have to take a shower. And I thought, well, your feet could be dirty, or you could have put some cream on your body, or some hair product, right? Or some oil. My husband had an aunt who always put all this suntan oil, and she'd get in the pool and there'd be this of oil around her. So I thought, oh, that seems like a good idea, but none of us do that. So then, while I was sitting up there, I looked at Google, and I said, why are you supposed to take a shower before you get in the swimming pool? And I have something very horrifying to tell you. You ready? Here it is. 52% of people never take a shower before they go swimming. So which means most of them are lying, because we have 2 people in a room of 500 who actually do that. Okay. Most people never take a shower before they go swimming. 63 out of 5, 60% of people swallow pool water while they're in the swimming pool. I do sometimes. I don't want to, but it happens, right? Okay. How do they get this information? 0.14 grams, or about the size of a pea, an ervilha, right, of poop comes out of each one of us every time we go swimming. That's what I discovered just sitting there in the corner by myself. What? And the children, it's even worse. That goes into the swimming pool water. We have chlorine, but it can't handle that. Then it says, that's okay, the chlorine will handle it, everyone, no one will die because of poop. Then they said, 25% of people who have diarrhea, right? Who have diarrhea will swim or would swim within 1 hour of having their event. What? Okay. 25%, if they have diarrhea, within 1 hour, they go swimming. And that's where the problem is, because in diarrhea, there's bacteria, viruses, and parasites. If you have diarrhea, it says, you need to wait for 2 weeks. 2 weeks before you go in the swimming pool. Is this all new information to everyone? It's new to me. I'm 56, and this was new to me. So, when we think about rules, all of a sudden, these rules make a little bit more sense, particularly the one about, okay, maybe don't run. When you really think about it, because I sat up there for 15 minutes thinking, why do they have that rule? And then I looked on Google, and why can't I run at a swimming pool? And then it says, why doesn't my swimming pool run? Why is my swimming pool running so loudly? But I couldn't get an answer. But for the one about taking a shower, I got an answer. Why am I bringing this up? Why does a swimming pool matter? Because for the first time in my life, I decided to engage with some rules. I decided to think about some rules. I decided to participate in rules. Does that make sense? I decided to really, for the first time, don't run at the swimming pool. Why not? And now, how many of you will think about taking a shower before you go swimming? Think about it. I will. I think about it. How many of you hope that everybody else takes a shower? Okay? I'm clean. I don't have any problems. All right. Okay. So we understand some swimming pool rules that we didn't understand before. So when we talk about agreements in the classroom, I think we've all come from classroom experiences where the rule is you don't use your cell phone. When I talk, you listen. When you have to be here on time, never miss class. If you miss class, you have to do your homework. But we never really think about why. Why these rules? And so when we talk about these agreements, it's not just sitting down and saying, in my class, because I'm the teacher at CPME, the rule is I want you to come every week, and you have to do your homework, and you cannot use your cell phone. I think they discussed earlier, I believe with the new people, that a good idea is to say, let's make some agreements about our classroom, and let's work in pairs. You two, you two, you two, you two, you two. Let's work together, and let's think together. Let's engage. Let's participate. Let's think together about some rules for our classroom, okay? So they say, and they know what the rules are. The students know what you want to hear, right? So they're gonna say, okay, we can't use our cell phones. We have to come to class on time. We have to come to class every week. We have to do our homework. And we all agree that those are good rules, right? And so it comes from them. We can write it down. We write them all down, and we all agree that those are good rules. But I think what's more important is to then step back and say, why? Okay? Ask them, and then we really start thinking, why don't we run at the swimming pool? And I really honestly never had thought about it. Why should you come to class on time? Why is it important not to be late? And you will probably get answers like, porque no es legal. Right? Well, what does that mean? What do you mean? No es legal para quem? For me, the teacher. So what does it mean to me, the teacher, if you're late for class? Well, you don't like it. Why not? Well, because why not? Why not? And you get into, well, because you have to repeat yourself. Because you bothered to get here on time and I didn't. Because you care more than I do. Okay, good. You could really get into that. Now, why would it be a problem for the other students? Because they have to listen to the repeat, yeah? because they have to be here and I don't, and I'm being kind of inconsiderate, yeah? What else? And you get them to actually work together with you to think about why for many of them, this is the first time they've ever really thought about, why do I have to be on time beyond my teacher said so? Okay, why is it important for me to be here? Do homework. Why do I have to do homework? Because my teacher said so. Why are we doing homework? Because we need to reinforce what we learned in the class, because we have 3 hours of class every week and that's not enough, so you're going to need more. And you can look online, ask them to look online and find out why is homework important, and have that be part of the discussion. We can't use our cell phones. Why? Can't use our cell phones. Why? And so get them to think about, because it's one of those rules they hear over and over. Put away your cell phone. Don't look at your cell phone. Why are you looking at your cell phone? Stop looking at your cell phone. Wait until later to look at your phone. Why? And once they start thinking, and you can add that to the list, why? Why don't I use my cell phone? Well, why can she use her cell phone and I can't? It's inconsiderate for her. If I don't do it, why does she do it? What are reasons we can't use our cell phone in a classroom? Do you guys have any? Excuse me? To get their attention if they don't use their cell phone. Yeah, so if they're looking at their cell phone, are they looking at me? If she's talking and they're looking at their cell phone, are they looking at her? Are they paying attention? Can we truly multitask? Can look at data about cell phone, about texting and driving? Okay, ask them. Okay, let's use our cell phones. Everybody, look and see why it's not a good idea to use your cell phone in the class. You tell me why. Okay. Once they understand the rules, these agreements become much easier and less sort of like the swimming pool rules that no one engages with, no one participates with. They're there, no one reads them, no one respects them, no one cares. It's just boring, right? So this is why part of the first day of class is to ask students to participate in the setup of the class. What are the rules? How we do what we do? And why? Because if the basic rule in a class, what is it? If it's in a swimming pool, don't kill anybody, don't die, have fun. What is it in our English class? The basic rule. Learn English, right? And the big question is, how are we going to do it? So the rules and the agreements is a way that we're going to lead our students into that. Okay? Is that clear, kind of, what we're doing? Yeah? Okay. Thank you very much.